Joel, are you doing the intro or am I?
I don't care.
Greetings, readers and travelers. Welcome to another
We're not.
episode of Chattin Stats. My name is Richie Stevens.
I'm Joel.
And today we are joined by everyone's favorite Canadian battle goose writing, mullet having, super genetics loving, Sean Dunning. Sean, how we doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having us. Having us.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you are more than one person. You got all those characters.
Thanks for having me and Joel on the show.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I always have Joel on the show. I kind of need him. He's here. So today we're talking super genetics.
Hell
what
yeah!
Is super
dude.
genetics? What is it?
Yeah. Super genetics is a superhero story. I don't know if you could tell from the title.
Couldn't tell,
but it's a superhero lit RPG. You know what really made me want to write this was super supportive on Railroad.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have taken a peek at that.
I have not.
Nah.
It is like the number 1 or number 2 rated story on the site with like 30,000 followers. It's crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's on the front page. It's always on the front page.
But
it's basically like a slow burn superhero story. Like 50 years after people get powers, and I was like, cool, I really like this, but I want to do my version.
Yeah.
And my version is a little bit darker, a little bit of a less slow burn, and so Super Gen X was born.
Okay.
I will say I did absolutely love the setting of like Necromancer City, ever like foggy, like dark setting. It was
Thank you. That's one of the compliments that I get, even from people that don't like it. Like, even the negative reviews are like, the world building was sick, story sucked, but like the world building was so good.
You're really good at your world building. You're really good at your characters. So I don't know what they're talking about. Story doesn't suck. Story fucks. Fucks hard.
One thing that did surprise me is just the difference between Super Genetics and Darling of Fate. Because Darling of Fate is like really like off the wall, ridiculous, crazy, super power, like really fast. I don't know why that word's escaping my head. OPMC, yeah. And then this one is like more of a slow burn. You focus more on your characters a lot. There's a lot of relationship building, and I was like, damn, this is Sean. Like, fuck.
It is a tone shift. That's one thing that threw me off guard, because I started reading it after we had you on for Darling of Fate. You had said something about super genetics and it was on Royal Road, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go read it. And I was hooked. I was hooked from the start. And I was like, it's Sean Dunning. Of course I'm gonna be hooked by it. And I think Geneva was probably hyping it up too. So I was like, I got it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Geneva's my number 1 fangirl.
Hey, we support Geneva in this chat. Joel might not, but I support Geneva in this chat.
What do I have against a Geneva? She's fantastic. She's the Hearth Mother, dude. Don't fuck with the Hearth Mother.
Yeah. That's why I'm contemplating shaving before Jordan Con next week, so I don't get like bullied the entire time.
You should just get a mullet.
See, I'm thinking about keeping the hair. I think I'm just gonna shave everything off to the side.
If we all rock up with mullets, she can't say anything.
See, for Lit RPG Con, we can be the mullet boys.
She's gonna add a hair shaving event just for us.
Well, see, I thought about we could do like some sort of like fundraising event, like, you know, if we reach a certain threshold, like all proceeds go to charity, of course. Like we'll donate it to like a library or something in Denver. But if we reach a certain goal, I'll let her shave my face, because I know she like always wants to like say something about it. She hates it so much.
She hates it. She loves my beard. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, because you look good with it. I apparently look like a word that starts with P, and it's not a porn star. So,
but if you get the mullet will complement the mustache.
Will it? Like with the goatee and everything? Like,
or no, you got to shave the goatee. Just leave
the mustache. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you guys were talking about the tone shift.
Yes,
which I do want to circle back to, because that was very much a choice. that was like I learned from Darling of Fate, which I like Darling of Fate. You guys seem to like it. Like people do like it, but
Oh, we loved it.
I think it
Yeah.
went a little bit too far in that kind of ridiculous, like high octane
Yeah.
direction, which can work. But the problem is that my writing style, like what I naturally lean towards, is more like super genetics. And so I was kind of like forcing, a square peg into a round hole type of thing. And I
Okay.
could feel it when I was writing the story where I was like, and if you read the later books become a little more grounded, a little more emotional. Um, and that's me getting into my natural flow versus super genetics. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna write what I want to write. And it doesn't matter if he doesn't get powers for 200 pages. Like if I write good characters and I write a good setting and like there's enough suspense and mystery to pull you forward, like people are still gonna read it, which they are. They're reading it. I mean, the numbers compared to Darling of Fate are way, way better. So
Okay.
I feel like I found my groove a little.
I mean, Darling of Fate, it's like Joel said, it's kind of more humorous, just a fun time.
Mhm.
Where this one, it feels like there's a little bit more of a stake. There's a little bit more of the groundedness of
Yeah.
that we don't really see a lot of. And plus, I was going to bring this up later, but a lot of people say like there's not enough sci-fi lit RPG. I don't think there's enough superhero lit RPGs.
I'm with
That's
you.
like an
Yeah.
untapped market right now where
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a few I could think of, but there's not a lot.
Well, you know what's funny too is so many people told me superheroes don't sell. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy where if we don't make superhero lit RPGs, then yeah, they're not going to sell.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
if you build it, they will come. You write a good fucking superhero lit RPG, then
it's going to be out
it's
there.
crazy to me because superheroes are such a big genre in TV,
Mhm.
movies. Like, why not books? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the superhero like everyone says like, "Oh, I'm burnt out on the MCU. I'm burnt out
Mhm.
on comic book movies." I'm kind of right there with you on that one of like I'm a little burnt out, but hey, Daredevil's restoring my hype right now
Right.
with
Well, and
the Born Again. So,
the reason Daredevil was so good was like it had depth. You know,
yeah,
it wasn't just him just beating up people every episode. It was like the character work was good, the emotions were good, the
right.
writing, all of it. You know?
I think the Daredevil series is able to do as well as it does because it's episodic. It's not a movie that's 2 hours. We're not trying to, jam an entire origin story and everything into a 2-hour movie. We're getting
Hmm.
8 to 10 hours with this character. And with super genetics, like we start off, main character, he's a young kid, mom dies. Spoiler alert, first chapter. It's like, hey, mom dies. And we're with him for this ride. And shit is going sideways left and right for him. The pace, it picks up a little bit more and more and more each chapter. It'll slow back down and then it picks up again.
Hmm.
So it helps because, and especially with how long the book is. I mean, the audiobook's what, 20 something hours?
22. Yeah.
22, and it's narrated by
Yeah.
Daniel Wisniewski and Rebecca Woods. They absolutely kill it. They're such a good
Hmm.
combo. I love them both. It's not a 8 to 10 hour book where, hey, we're just getting from point A to point B.
Hmm.
We're
Yeah.
going on this actual like adventure trying to figure out what the hell is happening. So,
Well, and there's a mystery that runs throughout the whole book,
right.
which is about his mother's death, and then on
Hmm.
top of that, he gets his powers, and he's navigating the family dynamics of his grandfather being this super tyrant of this city, and like, yeah, I don't know, it's on its face, it's a superhero story, but like, it's almost, I don't know, it's more like a post-apocalyptic kind of character
Yeah.
story in a way.
So I did want to hit on what Rich said. He was saying how uh, superheroes are like coming back around. And I was like, you know, I feel like anything done well with like a lit RPG, like you have a amazing mechanics and like gaining power. You have like it just breathes a new life into the like whatever genre you're trying to do with lit RPG. And hell, like I'll watch more superhero stuff now because I'm like,
Yeah.
this is really really good. But another thing I wanted to mention is you were saying how there's more like mystery, more depth. Dude, one of my all-time, well, I guess there's two all-time favorite characters in the book is Mesmer and Whiplash because
Mm,
they're in like a very like gray area of like I'm forced to do some things and but they obviously really really care about the main character.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just seeing how that affects them emotionally.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I'm glad you like them because I don't know, for me, maybe it's daddy issues or something, but I really like a strong male role model for a young character. And the two of them bring totally different perspectives of the same kind of coin. Whipvine being like this kind of gruff, like former Marine that's actually really cares about him, and then Mesmer being a little more emotionally deep. Um, but like the way that their dynamics played out, I really enjoyed writing that.
yeah, Mesmer has more of like a dark uh, past, like a checkered past that haunts him. Where Whiplash, like you said, he's this like gruff Marine, but in the scene where he goes to get the flower,
Hmm.
uh,
No spoilers, no
and
spoilers, Joel.
We can do light
just like
spoilers.
the fact that Whiplash just stood there while he was like letting his anger out on
Hmm.
Whiplash, or the uh, main character was letting his anger out on Whiplash. I was like, damn, like he obviously cares, but
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Dude,
it was a
Daniel
great
Daniel
scene.
doing those scenes was crazy. I
He
listened
killed
to
it.
it. Yeah, well, I actually listened to the whole audiobook through, and I felt like I was a reader, and I was like, oh shit, like there's certain scenes where I got goosebumps and like I was like, I can't tell if I'm just like smelling my own farts or what, but that was good.
So now that we've talked about Daniel, I did invite him to be on the show if he wanted to pop in, but sadly he is on a train until 2:30 today. Um, he said to give Sean his best. So Daniel's sending his best to you. And also, he had a little message that they are going to be starting working on book 2 this month, and they
Nice.
are going to give it their all. So that's something we get to
Oh, yeah.
look forward to. Is
I'm excited.
big two? Book 2 is about to start production on the audio side, and I can't wait. That's going to be a day one
Book
purchase.
two, dude, book two. Richie, you haven't read book two on Railroad, have you?
No, so I will start a new series on Royal Road, but if I'm addicted to the audio, or if it's
Yeah.
and I know the Gollum Master by TJ. Daniel is doing the audiobook for that one. I had to stop reading it. I've read book 1 all the way through. Book 2, I'm getting an art copy from TJ for it, but it's like I had to stop reading it because I couldn't wait weekly for another installment. I just want to devour it all in one go.
Yeah.
Well, once you
So
get the audiobook too, it's like,
I'm
oh
gonna be
man, it just
I'm
brings
gonna
so
be
much
going in
depth.
blind for that one. I have to. I'm a little spoiled in that way of Daniel's voice is just too damn good. And I can hear it when I'm, you know, reading the characters, but still I'm like, damn it.
Yeah,
Daniel
it's not the
spoiled
same.
me.
Yeah, I get that. And I'm excited for book two. Book two, it's way faster paced, like
Okay.
way faster.
Is it about the same length?
No, no, it is about 2/3
Okay.
of the length. Yeah, and
So about what,
that's kind
16,
of
17 hours? No. Or
yeah, probably. I
okay.
mean, it hasn't been recorded yet, but that's what I would imagine. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of I for book one, I just gave myself the space. Like Just write it as long as you want, as long as I don't do filler, I'm not doing filler words or anything, but just let it be whatever it needs to be. And then book 2, book 3, and all that. I'm like, okay, let's rein it back a little bit. I don't need to write 250,000 word sagas every single book. But book 2 is like, I feel like it's pretty tight. The pacing's good. And yeah, it's a lot more action.
Okay.
I'm really excited to see how people
I'm
Hyped
respond
about
to it.
that.
I'm curious. I'm really curious. And also, can we talk about like just Daniel for another second, because this
Yeah.
man is killing it in the superhero like genre for Lit RPG right now.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff for Sean Oswald too, right?
He does do some stuff for Sean, but I mean, like, let's look at Quest Academy by that fucking guy Brian J.
Yeah,
Jordan.
dude. Yeah, we don't talk about Brian.
Yeah, we don't talk about Brian, that freaking Irishman. Like, come on. No.
I
Quest
actually
Academy,
think
he killed it.
I think Quest Academy is the first book I listened to him. And when I heard him, I was like, "Oh, you're good. Yeah, I want you."
Daniel's voice is just, he's too damn good. I can't remember what the
Mhm.
first one I did with him in it was, but it's one of those narrators. Like, if anyone asks me, they're like, "Oh, who's like some of your top narrators to listen to?" And I'm like, "Oh, the list always consists of Nick Podell, Jeff Hayes, Travis, Daniel."
Mhm.
Like that. It's just
Yeah.
those are like, if their names are attached to a project, there's a 90% chance I'm going to pick it up.
Well, have you listened to Mage Tank yet? I've seen it around, but I haven't
Yeah.
listened to it. But you did?
Oh yeah.
It's
Daniel
really
did
good.
that one, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I actually got to talk to Daniel
I
about
think
it
we're having a
last
show
week,
on that at some
and
point,
it's
hopefully.
with Daniel. Yeah, Daniel is going to come on and promote some of his stuff, and Mage Tank is going to be one of the topics. Super Genetics is going to be one of the topics. So
Hell
we're
yeah.
excited to have him on. If you want a really good
Yeah.
Daniel narration, Tokens and Towers from Harmon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I started that one. And I think I was just in the mood for something serious at the time, and I kind of bounced off it. But I definitely could see the appeal, and Geneva's always talking about it too.
Oh, we love Harmon. We'll
Yeah.
live and die for Harmon Cooper, especially Tokens. The motherfuckers, we love it.
No, there seems to be like a lot of inside jokes about that, and I'm like, I gotta listen to it just to get the jokes.
It's satire lit RPG. It's
Mm.
like, it's just making fun of like some of the most common tropes, but in a lighthearted way.
Mhm.
Like, it's no offense or anything like that. It's just Harmon does a really good job with that series. So
I feel like that's what Mage Tank looks like, where it's kind of like tongue in cheek almost.
it's funny, but it's got a really compelling story to it.
Mm.
It's insane. Like, that one was one of those where I was like, huh, the cover's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Started listening to it, and I was like, okay, this is some of Daniel's best work. Like, this is some of
Nice.
his best narration, and oh, it's so good. So if
It's
you're gonna
really
read
funny.
it,
It's
Dude,
funny
he is
listening to
like,
something like that, and then like listening to him doing Super Genetics, and he's like, crying.
it's more
and,
serious
like,
tone, yeah.
yeah,
he's got the
But
toolbox, man.
he can act.
Dude, he's got the
Yeah.
range. That man is talent in a box. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real.
So I'm just going through like what he's been putting out recently. Like he does Apocalypse Regression. He
Mhm.
does he did 1% Lifesteal. I checked that one out. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Mage Tank, the
How does he find the time?
right.
Yeah, that man is a machine.
Yeah.
That man
He's
is a
just pumping
machine.
them out.
I mean, I do know that his schedule is pretty fucking booked out.
Yeah.
Like I got to book him like 9 months in advance.
He's the man is in high demand right now, and
Yeah,
we
he is.
absolutely love to see it. So anything that man puts out, like I said, I'm probably gonna pick it up. Like, I think well, hell, there's a reason we've had him on the show so many times. So
He's just a cool guy. He's just
he
fun.
is. Got to meet him in person at Dragon Con after we've had him on the show so many times. I finally got to meet him in person, and he's a gem. He's an
Mhm.
absolute gem of a person. So shout out Dan. Dan, if you're watching, we love you.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
delight.
He's great.
I did what you told
All
me to.
right,
Whole
so
toolbox.
Super Genetics.
Yeah, Super Genetics.
What's that? Oh yeah.
So
Whenever I met Sean at Jordan Con, I think you were talking about Super Genetics. You were writing it like in the process of writing it, and you were pitching it on me, and now that I've like picked it up and listened to it, like, well, because I think I read Darling of Fate book 2 or 3 before I picked up Super Genetics, and I'm kind of upset I waited. Like, it was fantastic. I loved the tone shift. One thing I did want to mention, because I haven't mentioned this yet, is the mechanics. I'm the mechanics guy. I got to mention the mechanics.
You are the mechanics guy.
And the mystery from like it bleeds into the mechanics as well, because you have the quest system, which they can't talk about their quests. You have like the capstones. We haven't seen anything really about that, and it just leads to a lot of hype for the later series. So yeah, good quests, good mechanics.
Yeah, thanks. It's really tricky to make them mesh together in a way that doesn't feel contrived, you know?
Yeah.
But I like the way I did it, which, as you mentioned, kind of ties into the story. And that's why I think having a system that's kind of self-aware rather than just like an interface makes it cool, because you're like, who is this enigmatic super being that's kind of controlling our fates? Not too big of a spoiler, but in this story, there's multiple systems and they're kind of in competition with each other. And it just adds to the fun dynamic, because you never know, like, oh, you think this person's your friend or your family member, and then you find out you have competing systems, and it's like, fuck, what do you do now?
I was going to ask, like, what was the thought process behind doing the competing systems? Like,
I mean, it was the way originally it was just a way to like add a bit of tension, because I thought it'd be really boring if everyone was aligned in the same direction.
okay.
Yeah, and so this way it's kind of like, well, and to be honest too, I think I had just finished up Darling of Fate 3, and I don't know how you feel about it, Joel, but I really like the B storyline of like the higher beings in Darling of Fate, and they have very few scenes, but the scenes that they do have, I was like, man, I really enjoy the dynamics of like this immortal kind of culture. So I was like, well, let's incorporate that and let's make them the systems and see what kind of like political shenanigans we can get up to.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite scene to write in book 1?
Ooh. Okay, there's a couple, but there's a scene late in the book where someone is found dead, and I won't say who, but someone's found murdered, and the point of view is from a detective.
I
And
love
I
Detective.
really, yeah, did you like that?
That was a
And
good
I
one.
really
Yeah.
like that scene because the detective is like, the city's been screwed over for a year, and the detective is like, you know, that my job sucks. Fuck this. Everything sucks. The bureaucracy sucks. I have no resources. And then he finds out that the dead person is a superhero, and he's like, man, could this get any worse? And it just keeps getting worse. And I really loved writing that perspective of like a normal person trying to get by in this super run society.
That man couldn't catch a
Um,
break.
I think it added a lot. That scene added a lot to like the mystery grimdark feel, because you introduce like the lampers, and like it's supposed to like ward off vampires or something.
yeah.
And yeah, just the detective feel, like writing style added to like the dark mystery undertones. So
And that's what I was
I love
trying
that
to
scene.
do. Good. That's awesome. I was trying to like set the tone, because it's a time jump, right? That follows a time jump.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, how do I lay down the tone and the setting when without saying everything that's happened in the interim? and I was like, let's just show it. Let's just show things be bleak from this human's perspective. And I feel like some people might have mentioned like, what's going on here? Why it's kind of confusing. And but I was like, yeah, but you got the tone, like you can feel it in the writing. So that's what I was aiming for. I think that's
Okay.
why it's one of my favorite scenes.
Gotcha. I have to say, like, Joel, I don't know if you agree with me on this one. I think this might be your best book. Like, I like Darling of Fate, but the way the mechanics and the story and how you feel for the main character, even though he's an angsty little teenage brat at times,
Mhm.
like, I think it's like it's your best writing.
Oh yeah. I
I
mean,
think
I
it does have better character writing, but it's hard to compare the two because of how different they are.
that's
That is
fair.
true. I'm more going like this is more of my vibe. Like I like the goofiness and like the fast paced, over
Yeah.
the top,
Like
Darling of
I'm a
Fate.
huge fan of regression series. Like that
Mhm.
is just my candy. Um, so I'm a huge fan of Darling of Fate. Um, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you which I prefer more. I can tell that this is obviously a progression from your writing style. Like we're getting to see more of your writing style and like just seeing how you as an author is getting better, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, that's
I
fair.
couldn't like talk down about Darling of Fate, you
Oh,
know?
I'm not
Like
talking
it's
down
still
about it.
really good and I absolutely love that series.
I'm glad you loved it. I wish it had taken off and done a little better. Because there's pieces of it that I love too. But I think at least Super Genetics book one was like such a passion piece for me
Mhm.
because I was like, I don't think this is gonna be successful. I don't it's off meta, for the market. And it was just kind of like a palate cleanser a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's taken off. So now I'm like, cool. I get my cake and I get to eat it too. So
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
We all love a good cake.
I mean, I like a win-win.
Yeah. So, do you have any, I don't want to say spoilers or anything, but do you have anything you want to say like, oh, hey, here's something you can look forward to in book 2?
Yeah.
You said it was a
Well, if
little
you
more
haven't,
action packed, a little
yeah,
faster
yeah,
paced.
I'll say okay. If you haven't read book one, minor spoilers. He doesn't get his powers right away. He's just a normal kid.
Yeah.
Um, and then he awakens like near the middle of the book or the first third of the book. But he's still in this world. You don't awaken powerful. You awaken at the bottom of the scale, and so he's working his way up, right? And he still has some kick-ass moments, I think, in book one. But in book two, he really comes into his own and kind of becomes um, someone who can walk into a room and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight my way out of this," type of
Yeah.
thing. So that's where the more action component comes from. And I'll give listeners a little spoiler. His kind of main power set is that he can learn and copy other supers powers. So you can expect that to be ratcheted up in book two. Um,
Hell.
Yeah.
so
I'm
yeah,
interested to see like what new powers he gets. Because I think like the stuff that he got already, um, like I would say the main fight at the end, he was definitely going like full aura boss mode.
that was a sick scene, right?
That was really
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
but it, it makes me hyped to see what new powers he can get and what he can do with them.
Well,
For
and I
the new
think
books.
one of the cool things about a superhero story is like watching the people at the top, the most powerful, the S rankers fight. And there's not a lot of that in book one. Like book
Mhm.
one opens with a fight between the S rankers, right?
Yeah.
But in book two, you get to see a lot of fights between S rankers. And for me, that's just candy to write. I'm like, I can make up some sick powers.
Hell
And
yeah.
sick these guys against each other, and like Terry's in the fight, but he's fighting people more around his rank. And so like S rankers going against each other, I'm like, yeah, let's just make that as cool as possible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm all for
now
it.
that you say it, like you have a lot of possibility when it comes to like supers just fighting each other. It's like
Mhm.
even supers that like wouldn't normally fight each other, you could be like, oh, they have different quests,
Mhm.
so we're gonna pit them against each other. That could be interesting.
That's the beauty of a flexible system.
We love it. Oh
Yeah.
god, I need book 2 now. I don't know if I can wait. I think I might have to go to Royal Road. Fuck.
Yeah, it's coming out May
Another thing,
22nd.
I got a month. Okay.
You can make a month.
my
I think
birthday is
I
the
don't know if it'll come
26th,
out.
so
Oh, nice. I don't know if the audiobook will come out right on launch day. That kind of
Well,
depends
what
on
I'm
Daniel.
thinking about doing, because it's gonna be me and Joel driving to Denver together for Lit RPG Con. Joel, I think we might have to save it for the ride.
what
Super Genetics Book 2. I think we might have
for
to
Lit
save it
RPG Con?
for Lit RPG Con.
That'd be sweet.
Save it. Do a
I'm probably
little.
gonna read it ahead of
Fuck,
time.
I probably
To
am
be
too. I
honest, I
mean,
can't wait.
yeah. I
Just being honest, like
yeah.
it's
No, I just
it's
need
good.
this book now. So I was like, oh, we could do a little fun thing with it. Do like a little live stream while we're driving, listen to it. Go like, oh yeah, this is really good. But in reality, we already know that book as soon as it launches. We're devouring it. It's jumping to the top of the list. Like, and there's a few series that I will do that for, but Super Genetics is one of them. So
Appreciate that.
I think the only thing that would like trump over that as of right now is like if Book Dine to the Land dropped right at the same time. It's like I gotta decide. Fuck.
All right, I'll give you that one.
So
Speaking
no.
of Lit RPG Con, dude, I'm
Fuck
getting
yeah.
hyped. Yeah.
Lit RPG Con's gonna be Joel and I are doing 2 cons this year together, and we are so excited because we're doing Jordan Con and we're doing Lit RPG Con. I think we're gonna skip Dragon Con. I don't know yet. It's that one's
Dragon
still
Con's
up in the
already
air.
planned. Yeah,
It's a lot too.
It's a good con, but yeah, it's so much. And afterwards, it depends on how I feel after Lit RPG Con if I can handle another like big con, because Lit RPG Con was supposed to be a small con. No, this thing's stacked.
Yeah.
We
I'd be
have
curious to
content.
see the numbers, but
it's
like
more
the number of
specialized.
panelists,
The panelists
Yeah.
and guests, it is a stacked con.
super stacked.
And with Joel and I going for the media aspect of things, like we're going to be making content left and right, promos, doing little live interviews. We're going to probably do a live show at the con.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I'm
we
gonna be
might.
drunk.
It's gonna be interesting to see
We're gonna grab you.
if there's
We're
any
pulling you in.
authors that we don't normally see. You know,
There's a few on there
just
that
because it's
I'm excited.
on the West Coast, sort of that area.
It's like smack dab in the middle of America, Joel.
Yeah, it's in the middle. That's the point.
I guess, but it's closer to the West Coast than like
Yeah.
Than
Georgia.
Atlanta. Yeah.
I just don't want to go
Yeah,
back to Colorado. I just left
Yeah.
that place. I don't want to go back.
Oh, did you move from there?
I was born and raised in Indiana. I lived out in Colorado for about 5 years, and then I moved back in July of 22. And I was like, I never want to go back to Colorado. And then Geneva was like, oh, by the way, what RPG cons in Denver? I said, fuck. All right, that's fine.
It's a good spot
we
for a
got
con.
It is a good spot.
some
There's not
commenters. We got some comments.
yeah, we got Cat. Cat's in the chat. Hi, Cat. We
Feel
love
bad.
you.
I haven't like pulled anyone up yet, but
I was getting ready to ask you if you wanted to pull up any of the comments.
yeah. So far we don't have plans for Dragon Con.
It's all up in the air
We'll see.
at the moment. It really depends on finances and how stuff's going for us. I'm using pretty much all of my vacation time right out the gate for Lit RPG Con, and
It's not cheap to go to Dragon Con too because the hotels.
Nah,
oh my god, the
it is
hotel.
booked up and-
expensive.
Well, and like I'm sorry, but paying like $70 a night. No, thank you for parking. No, thank you. I
Oh,
can't. That's a lot. Hi, Jess. We love you.
It's a Jess.
It is Jess. We love you with her new podcast name. In other words, shout out. I believe that
nice.
comes out this week. I believe that that starts. So hype. We are very, very excited for her, and I think it's going to be a good one. I already know who her first guest is, and it's going to be a good episode.
It will be lit.
Yeah, Lit RPG Con is going to be awesome, and I'm excited. I wonder how many readers are going to be there because there's so many authors and narrators and everything. I hope it's stacked. I hope it's just a ton of Lit RPG readers.
I know with like just seeing the stuff in the different Lit RPG groups on Facebook, like people are asking about it, and the fact that it's Legion Publishing and Soundbook Theater that's really doing this, like that's going to bring in a lot of attention, and we know that Matt's going to have his crew there because everyone loves Matt Denneman.
That's true.
So,
dude, we should talk about that because I that's so awesome what Matt's doing with DCC.
He's killing it. I have all the paperback or all the hardbacks over on my shelf except for Butcher's Masquerade because it just came out and I haven't been up to my friend's store to get it. But she picked up a copy for me. And she was like, "Hey, I already got it because like we only got 3 and the warehouse was sold out." It's like, fuck.
Yeah, I've there at all the Barnes and Nobles I've been to. There's a lot of them too. It's not like just one.
No, it's. I told her, I was like, "Look, you need to start building a table, do something to like display the series." She's like, "Is it that good?" I said, "You read the first book and you tell me." She hasn't read it yet because she's got a backlog. And I said, "Look,
she should do the audiobook."
That's what I told her. Really. I said, "Do the audiobook." Jeff Hayes is perfect for it. And she sent me a picture the other day of the table. She had built a Dungeon Crawler Carl table. Nice. She was, "Tell your friend I said." I was like, "I don't know if Matt and I are really friends. Like we have a love-hate relationship. He loves to torture me and I hate it." But I sent it to Matt. And I was like, "Hey, I want you to know it's the table's built. It's there." And Matt gave me permission to sign all of the books in his honor. The store wouldn't let me. And I even showed him. I was like, "Hey, this is from the author. He said I could do it." And they're like, "No, we can't." I was like, "Damn. Can I just print out that comment and like put that in there? Would that work?"
I'd be like, "I need a discount on this book. This isn't Matt's signature."
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like imagine like, "Oh my God, I'm going to go get a Matt Denneman book and it's signed by Richie."
DCC, that was the series that made me start writing Lit RPG.
Really?
Yeah. It's funny. I wanted to be a writer, but I traditionally liked like epic fantasy and, like Wheel of Time, stuff like that. And one day I'm just on Amazon and I see Primal Hunter is like #1 in the whole store. And I'm like, what's with this like anime kind of cover surrounded by romance? That's unusual. And so I started looking into Lit RPG and I'm like, cool. And I'm reading them and I was like, okay, like, yeah, the early books. Yeah, I saw the appeal, but the early books, like early Defiance of the Fall and early Primal Hunter, are a little bit not like amateurish, but they're just still finding their feet.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I don't really, I'll stick with what I know. And then I read DCC and it just inspired me. I was like, okay, Lit RPG can be unique and well written and like really, really good. And then I dove into the rabbit hole and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I actually do like this genre.
It's an upgoing genre. Like, I mean, my introduction was The Land because I got it from Joel. And usually, like, if I'm telling people, hey, this is what, like, hey, if you want to get into the genre, I think The Land is a good one to start with. It's great narration, or it's got a great narrative. It's got a great story there too. To it, characters are so good. So I usually they'll start like, okay, that was good. What else you got for me? What else can I go with? I've already finished The Land. Where else can I go? And I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm like, Super Genetics is now added to that list of like, okay, if you want to be introduced to Lit RPG, this is where you go. Dungeon Crawler always on that list.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't really do that with
the difference for like Dungeon Crawler Carl and like some of the other Lit RPGs and like the traditional fantasy is like normally in traditional fantasy or like DCC, where they're going. Like, they're going down a floor. You don't know what's coming, but like what's you have the ability to get hyped. Where like other Lit RPG books, like say Primal Hunter, maybe Defiance of the Fall, it's more of like you don't know what's coming. It could just be
Yeah.
like, oh, you're fighting this monster, and then now you're teleported halfway across the universe, right? So not
And
as easy to build hype, but still the characters are like really, really good and definitely something I can get behind.
What
See,
I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, with I'm not trying to trash on the series. I think they're good books and everything. They weren't for me at the start, but like Defiance of the Fall and Primal Hunter, He Who Fights with Monsters, it took me a while to get into them. I couldn't really connect with any of the characters. It felt like very, very slow burn. Like by the time I started reading them, there was already 7 or 8 books already out. And I was like,
Right.
okay, like I usually, if I know it's gonna be a longer series and I keep seeing it highly recommended, I'm gonna wait so that way if I do enjoy it, I can power through it. And I'm afraid if I start like one that's gonna be super long when it comes to the stories, if I don't like the first book, I'm not gonna go back to it. Like He Who Fights with Monsters, it didn't really start clicking with me until about book 4. I did not care for Jason's character at all. He finally grew on me. He did, and now I'm like, okay, this is a series I like. This is a series I can recommend. Defiance of the Fall, kind of the same thing. Primal Hunter, same thing. I didn't care for Jake as a character. Like he's got some cool
I feel
moments in
like
book 1.
those ones are more interesting mechanically.
Yeah, it's got a unique system. That's for sure.
At least like Defiance of the Fall, you have both the like leveling system aspect, but there's also like a cultivation, and the way that they mash them together is just really interesting and a lot of
I think
stuff to do there.
he does the power up, the numbers go up aspect better
But
than
there's also like
so
this
many others.
Yeah.
like Tao knowledge and like words with meaning and like all this other wuxia stuff going on as well. And it was just really interesting to see how they blended together.
And I'm not trying to say they're I said they're a bad series or anything, because they're good series. There's some I would recommend to people. It's just it took me a minute to get in because of the pacing for it. It's like you said, it's like they were trying to find their feet. And in later stories, you can definitely tell, oh no, they found their ground. This is where they're excelling.
Right. Yeah, I mean, same thing with me. Like after I saw Primal Hunter, I was like, okay, let me check this out. I read Defiance of the Fall, and I didn't even get it until 700 pages in, where I was like, how? No offense to JF Brinks, but I was like, how is this guy making millions of dollars? And then once I got hooked, I was like, oh, okay, it's like, got it, pure.
Once it clicks,
kind
it
of
clicks.
endorphins. Yeah, but like the first 700 pages, it was like he's in a forest by himself doing basically nothing.
And I was doing the audiobooks, and like one of the reasons I picked it up was Pavi Presco was the narrator. I love Pavi. Pavi does an amazing job at like 99% of the things that man touches.
Yeah, Pavi's my talented
guy. Pavi's awesome. I love Pavi.
Yeah.
So finally got to meet him at Dragon Con this year. He's such a gem.
No, he's awesome.
He's so adorable. I love him.
I consider him a good friend. I don't know if he considers me a good friend, but
he's one of my narrating buddies now. I have narrating buddies and then buddies who are narrators. He's a buddy who's a narrator. So because we got to talk a little bit. I'm hoping he'll be on the show at some point. Pavi, if you're watching, please. We love you. So
we'll track him down at Lit RPG Con.
He's gonna be there.
Yeah,
he is. I'm excited to see Lit RPG blowing up on TikTok too. I'm very excited about that.
I'm off the TikTok, but
a lot of people are like, oh my god, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Like Book Talk is exploding with Dungeon Crawler Carl right now. And I'm like, okay, if you like Dungeon Crawler Carl, here's some more series I would recommend.
Dude, it's like a perfect storm for DCC. And I think Jess mentioned the TV show.
Yeah.
Dude,
which
if
it's
the TV
Fuzzy
show
Doors Productions that's ordering it, right? Seth MacFarlane's studio.
That's what I remember.
Yeah. So,
dude, if it hits though, if it hits right, like
there better be a Patrick Warburton cameo. Patrick Warburton better play Carl's dad. So
yeah, dude, a good TV show. Oh man,
it would help our genre so much.
I say that as a fan, but also as an author, where it's like monetarily it would help me a bunch, but also I just want to see it become mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some of the people I introduced Lit RPG to, of course, like Dungeon Crawler Carl is a good recommendation, but some of them were like, oh, I wish this was like a TV show. I was like, yeah, that actually got announced. He's like, oh, okay, I'll just wait for the TV show then. And I'm like,
Well, then we have
no, their books are really, really good. You gotta.
Well, and I mean, it's really helping right now because like we're getting some animes for Lit RPG. Like Cradle's getting its anime, which Cradle not Lit
Beginning
RPG,
after
but it
the
is,
end.
which a lot of people are disappointed in the beginning after the end anime. I think it's good. I like it a lot.
I haven't started it.
It's only subbed right now, but I'm like, that's a story I know by heart. I'll do the sub for that one just to support Turtle Me. But solo leveling, like that's highly
People have
rated
been talking
right now.
about that. Yeah.
The anime for it's fantastic. Holy hell.
I've seen a few recs for that.
Watch it. Sean, it's good.
Yeah. I'm not really a big anime person, but like for certain things, like I was watching Invincible because I was like, yeah, superheroes.
My man.
Dude, Invincible's dope.
That is my favorite comic.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it is.
I get it. I get it.
So I moved out to Colorado, and that's when I started reading it. This is when I moved out there because I didn't really have anyone. I was just reading it at the front desk at work, and I got hooked. I came home. So I moved out there in August, and that's when I started it. The series ended the following March. I came home. I stayed with Joel for a couple of days, and my now ex-fiance came up, stayed with us. Like we were all doing, like just having a good time. And I was like, Joel, let's go to Mile High Comics in Greenwood. I spent $85 at that store to get the remaining amount of the Invincible comics so I could finish it. And I remember we were sitting there, we were having a good time. Joel had the night off. I was like, I'm just going to finish this up. I'm going to finish it up. I finished it. I was bawling my eyes out. I closed the final page. I was like, I fucking hate this book. No.
You watched the show, right?
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so good. I will talk all day about Invincible. So yes.
Oh man, the pilot got me. Just the first episode. I was so taken aback, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be good.
Well, so that's the thing. That reveal that's done at the beginning of the at the end of the first episode with Omni-Man, that's not shown until like 7 issues in.
Oh.
So I was like, there's like they started gathering the Guardians. I was like, oh, there's no way they're gonna do this early, right? There's no way he did. I went, oh fuck, we're going out the door. All right, let's do it.
It worked. Yeah, it was
because
epic.
It gave us more time with Nolan before he did that. And it's like, okay, he's a really good dad. He actually cares about his son, all this other stuff. Oh fuck.
So for me, I was like, what's the mind control angle, or what's the blackmail angle? So it kept me going. I'm in the middle of season 2. I haven't finished it, but
oh, you need to.
I really liked it.
I need your thoughts when you finish it. Like when you get up to season 3, I need your thoughts.
You know what made me watch it? Like obviously there's the superhero angle, and I'm writing a superhero story, but
cast,
also great cast. But no, it was I saw like a YouTube clip, and it's the clip when the aliens are coming and they keep coming, and they're like they keep fighting Mark.
The ones that are aging and
the
no
flax
one shows up.
Or the whatever it is. And Omni-Man shows up and was like, goes into the portal,
Earth's
and the mother's like,
it's
don't
mine.
worry about it. Yeah. So
that line,
like, he fucks these guys
hard.
up, and I'm like, cool, so cool. And then the finale of season 1 paints it in a whole different picture. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is sick.
Oh, just wait. You want to talk character redemptions? Invincible has some of the best character redemptions and also some of the best heroes turn villain arcs.
Oh,
Robert Kirkman did an amazing job with the story.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. Like, and it's the whole thing of like, who can Mark actually trust? Invincible is one of those comics and stories where your actions have consequences. Something he does in issue like 3 will come back to bite him in the ass in issue 35.
Remind me a little bit of Watchmen, like more superpowers, but like the emotional toll and the emotional weight of it. It's like Watchmen, where it's like, it's not just popcorn, fare.
Well, and everyone always, like with Watchmen, everyone always tries to paint Rorschach as a hero. Rorschach is not a hero. That man is not. He is by far not a hero. He's like
Right.
the Punisher of that universe. Like no, not a hero. Dude's a psychopath. Like, yeah, we're
For
like,
sure.
okay, Rorschach's cool. Not a hero though. Definitely not a hero. Fuck, I
Yeah.
like superheroes. This is really getting
That's
my love for superheroes back.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Every young boy grows up on superheroes, you know?
hmm
So let's bring it back. Let's make
What
it
was
let's
your
make it
What was
cool
your
to
first comic book?
Oh, I wasn't really a big comic head. But one of the ones that I really loved was Spawn. I don't know if you
I
did Spawn,
swear
but
you're just trying to make me love you more. God damn it.
dude, well they came out with the movie when I was young,
Michael Jai
and
White,
yeah, and it was
Martin
kind of
Sheen.
scary, but
Oh my
also
god,
it was like it was
movie was
badass.
ahead of its time. That
Yeah.
movie was way ahead of its time. So good though.
Yeah. No, I mean a little bit cheesy, but also when you're like 9 or whatever I
Mhm.
was, it's like, like, oh, gave me the
It's
chills in a
also
good way.
it's also a movie where they can't make up the rating. They're like, is it PG-13 or is it R? Because I have a DVD of it and it's R. But on Netflix, it's listed as PG-13. I was like, okay, what's the rating on this damn movie?
That thing should be R.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
Yeah.
where superhero movies have gone from Spawn, like let's be real.
Mhm.
Spawn, Blade, the first
Blade.
Punisher,
Yeah.
like, and we got the original X-Men trilogy, we got the Spider-Man trilogy, and now we're like, in these multi-universes where we're going to see the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and the Avengers all on screen together.
It's a bit much for me at this point.
I think Doomsday
Whereas
is going
like
to be fun.
I stopped following, the movies. Like I just, you have kids and it's hard to get to
Yeah.
the movies, but now I feel like I'm behind. If I went and saw the big flagship movie that comes out, I'd be like, oh, I don't
I think that's
have the
like one
context.
of the benefits of like Disney Plus is there's all the media there and it's available. And usually it's not too long afterwards. I will say, thank God for Disney Plus for that. I'm behind on my Marvel movies.
Yeah,
The
because there's so
last
many of them,
There's
and
way
then you
too
have to watch
many.
the TV shows too, like Loki
Yeah,
and
Loki's a
Scarlet
good
Witch and all
watch.
that. And I
Loki's a
did
good
like that
watch.
one, but there was so
Yeah.
many inside jokes where I'm like, what are they talking about? I'm behind.
I think if you go to see like the Avengers movies, I think you'll be fine. Like when
Yeah,
Doomsday comes out, it's like, okay, this is gonna be a good time.
they'll give you
You
enough
just need
context.
yeah. But they revealed the cast for it, and like we're getting
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom. He's playing a
Mhm,
variant of Doom, or I don't know how they're doing it, but James Marsden is coming back as
mhm.
Cyclops. Alan Cummings is coming back as Nightcrawler from X-Men 2. Like we're getting
Oh, damn.
I don't know how they're going to do this, but this is going to be there's no way. And now we're getting the new Fantastic Four movie this year.
They have messed up the Fantastic Four so many times.
Mhm.
Where I mean, I
No,
liked him as a kid, but like as an adult, I'm like, man, that movie was garbage.
The Fantastic Four 2003 movie, not bad. I went back and I rewatched them. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
these are pretty fun. These are fun movies.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how the MCU handles it.
Hmm.
That's all I'll say. I like the cast. I don't know what to expect going in, and the fact that we're getting Galactus right out the gate with this movie, I'm like, okay, how are they going to handle this? Like,
Because he's the big bad,
he's the
right?
big bad. Like, Doom is
Yeah.
supposed to be like the flagship, like villain for Fantastic Four.
Hmm.
Galactus is supposed to be like the Avengers level. Like, oh shit, like okay, this is what we're doing. So
Right.
the only thing I can think of is parallel universe. It's a multiverse movie. Galactus destroys their Earth, and that's how they get to the MCU.
Is the
that
Silver
makes
Surfer Galactus's subordinate? Is that?
Yes, Silver Surfer is
like
the
the
heir.
messenger.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
was it
the
And Silver
Harbinger.
Surfer is already like a
Harbinger?
badass. right?
Well,
Like,
it's the female Silver Surfer because there's variants of the Silver Surfer. So in this one, it's the female Silver
oh.
Surfer, which is already getting backlash because people want to throw a fucking fit. But no, I'm curious to see where this goes, and we're getting Spider-Man 4 now, which that I will fucking I don't care. Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're getting a new Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. I need it. I need this fucking movie.
I haven't watched the other ones that come out.
You need to.
I just don't get the time to, like,
Oh my god, they're so good.
my wife doesn't really like the MCU. So
Oh, my girlfriend hates them. Maddie was like, "Oh yeah, you can go to those movies by yourself." I was like, "Okay, that's fine with me." You're telling me I can go see Spider-Man? Yeah, I'm gonna go see Spider-Man. You can tell me I'm not seeing Spider-Man. I'm still gonna go see Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man.
yeah, I just don't have the time for it. Or I do, but I just gotta prioritize other things.
That's fair. Just give yourself a
Kid
little date
life.
day to yourself. Watch a movie. Watch it.
If I do that, I'll be watching Invincible.
And that's the correct answer. Okay.
Yeah. I might do that right after this, actually.
I need your thoughts as soon as you finish. Be like, okay, this is where it's at because it's so good, dude. It is so
Season
good.
3 and the season 3.
The end of season 2 and season 3 are fantastic.
Okay.
And season 3 was all at once, or it was simultaneous weeks. It wasn't like, hey, here's 4 episodes, break 4
I'll
episodes.
just convince myself that it's market research for superhero books.
There you go.
There you go.
That's all I need to do.
There you go. That's we love to hear it, Sean. You're making good choices today.
You just gotta trick your mind.
You just need to justify it.
Yeah.
With
exactly.
Invincible.
Queuing it up right now.
My man. No, that comic is damn good, and it's pretty spot on to the comic. On like they did change a few things. Obviously, they mixed up some episodes for the issues, and it flowed a little bit better. But yeah, no, it's good. Like one of the big things that they changed was the first episode where we meet Titan, the rock guy, and he goes and fights him and Invincible team up and go and fight the mob, and that's when we meet Battle Beast for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen in the comic until after the fight between Mark and Nolan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no,
that was a really cool scene because you could see Omni-Man kind of floating, watching it all, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
And that's not there. That was a change, and I was like, "Hold on."
It worked though.
It does work, and I'm glad. Like I said, with the stuff they've changed, it works. Like they did change Amber's design because I didn't realize it was Amber at first because it's not because everyone has pretty much their comic book accurate design. But then I learned, the actors they got for Amber, I can understand the design now. It just it changed her character a little bit. What else was it?
Yeah, you can feel.
See, I never really read the comics for Invincible,
Dude,
going into the anime, I was like,
when he's fighting,
shit, this is dark.
One of the big things, is when he's fighting Angstrom Levy in the comic, like he's flying through the different portals and everything. You see Rick and Shane from The Walking Dead discover their first dead body.
What?
Because Robert Kirkman is the creator of Invincible. He's also the creator of The Walking Dead. That's how he teased The Walking Dead.
I didn't know that.
If I remember correctly, it's a whole thing. And yeah, and then oh my god, there's so good, so many good things, and people are like, oh, it's a Robert Kirkman show. Of course, that Steve Ewan's going to be involved. No, there's more Walking Dead cast coming in.
Nice.
Conquest in season 3 is voiced by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and oh my god, it's just so good.
It's a good cast. It's a really good cast.
Sandra Oh, J.K. Simmons, and Steve Ewan as the main
Walton
cast.
Goggins.
Oh, he kills it as Cecil, and then I can't remember her name, but Britta from Community. She's the voice of Adelaide.
Yeah. Is it Brie Larson? No, or
no,
is the other one?
Brie Larson's Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah. Oh, I always mix up their names. Yeah, it's good. Now you've got me. I'm gonna waste my whole afternoon watching this show.
I told you, dude. I am golden when it comes to to my superhero promos. and everything. I'll talk superheroes any day. That's like what RPG and superheroes I can talk daily.
Yeah. Oh,
So, you know what we need to do? We need to get
Hmm.
together, have a little gaming session, play some Marvel Rivals. There's your superhero research right there, Sean.
oh man, I've seen that. I've seen it talked about so much, and I have to keep myself from playing video games. I'll play with you, but like it's the same thing with Invincible, where I'm gonna lose a whole afternoon right now. I already know.
Yeah.
Same thing with
You got to
gaming.
do it. You got to do it in moderation. So we got to make a special day just to do that.
Yeah. Market
Have a little
research.
gaming session, market research, and the new season just dropped, and they added Emma Frost. Oh my god, she's so much fun.
Nice. It looks fun. I mean, people seem
It's
to
a
be
lot of
enjoying
fun.
it.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I think we're coming up on our time limit. Let's do final thoughts on the works of Sean Dunning. It can be Super Genetics. It could be Darling of Fate. It could be just that beautiful beard. I mean, Joel, what do you guys say?
I mean, this man's got the Midas touch. Like everything's good. What do you? Yeah, no. Really enjoyed the series. Darling of Fate, of course, was obviously really, really good.
Two
Final
completely different tones.
thoughts. Yeah, very different. I will say the redemption arcs, because we didn't really talk about that, and then we talked about redemption arcs
Spoilers.
with superhero movies.
Spoilers.
They're
We were
super. All right, slight spoilers. There are redemption arcs. I don't think that's too much, and they are really good. So,
but we just don't want to say with who, because then it ruins the surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah, appreciate that.
But yeah, what are your final thoughts, Rich?
Damn good story. Damn good characters. Really fun world. I absolutely love this world. I love the system that you have in place, or systems, I should say. I love how you have them. The main character, Terry, he's an angsty little teenage brat at times, but I understand why. It works. It really works. And not to mention, you got a damn good voice cast for this book.
Yep.
You got Daniel Wisniewski and Rebecca Woods. You're sold. You're right there. That's an automatic sell. If your name wasn't enough, those two should be. So
yeah,
no,
appreciate
it's
you guys.
really good. If you're looking for your next superhero adventure and you're just wanting to dip into lit RPG, I recommend checking out Super Genetics System Awakening, because damn, it is a good 22 hours and 16 minutes of time, if I remember the timestamp correctly. I'm gonna look.
Good bang for your buck on that credit, though.
Sure. It is a damn good bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
That was a day one by. I didn't even know it was dropping, and I was like, oh nope, there it is. Need it. Super Genetics, 22 hours and 10 minutes. I was close.
We'll count it.
I added an extra 7 minutes for bloopers, even though there's none.
Dude, I would love to hear bloopers.
Daniel doesn't have bloopers. That man is perfect.
That's true. He one takes everything.
He does. That man is a machine. I'm gonna say he's an absolute machine. Oh, damn it. Well, Joel, I know what we're going to be listening to soon.
Did you find something in the recommendations?
No, I just got a notification from Discord that Jeff has started Everybody Loves Large Chess Book 11. Production has started.
Speaking of, why don't we do our little segment of what you've been reading?
Yeah, Sean, do you want to give us a little taste of, hey, what you been reading?
Yeah. I've been reading on Royal Road, actually. One that I've been binging, just absolutely binging, is Matabar.
Okay.
It's kind of a weird name, but the way the author describes it, and it's a pretty good description, is a mashup of Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss and Lord of the Mysteries, which is a translated novel. I don't know if you guys like that one, but it's really good. He's a Russian author, and he translates it from Russian, and so it's very poetic. Kind of the prose is very Name of the Wind, if you guys have read that. But it's a really badass tale about the last of the kind of wild hunters in the mountain becomes a badass archmage. And
Ooh.
yeah, so it starts with him up in
I'm
like
here
the
for it.
mountains, kind of like he's learning almost like how to talk to the spirits and the nature and all that. And then he migrates down to this like industrial revolution magic monarchy and learns all of the hard science behind magic and blends the kind of the fairy magic with the hard magic of humans. It's really badass.
Sounds
Okay.
cool. Gonna have to
All right,
read
well,
that.
I'm for that. I like that. Joel, what you been
Yeah.
reading?
I've been reading the Infinite World series. It's came out like forever ago. It's by JT Wright.
Okay.
That one was fantastic. Other than that, read Discount Dan, Mage Tank, um, System Awakening, obviously, and I did start Battle of the Nine Realms recently.
Sean
Oh
Wilson.
yeah.
It is, yeah, Sean Wilson.
Sorry. The fake misspelled Sean.
Terrible. The Council of Shawns have voted him out.
No, but I am really enjoying that one. I think I'm like 6 hours left.
It's good. It's good. Christian Gillian does a damn good job with that one.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it since last time. Oh, 1% Lifesteal. I think Daniel also narrates that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
That one was really good. But yeah, that's what I've been reading. Rich, what you been up to?
We'll say I don't remember what we talked about last time because I've been trying to just power through all my books. Mage Tank was one. The what was it? I'm going through Dakota's new book, Red X Wolf.
I need to read that.
It's
It
fun.
sounds super interesting.
Welcome to the Dark Ages by Mallory, which that's coming back out on Audible. It got I think they had to do a new narration with it. I don't remember. I did a re-listen of Primal Hunter book 1 to kind of get back through it. All the Skills book 5, which love that series. Oh my god,
I haven't done 5 yet. I need to jump in.
It's good. It's good.
Good.
After the revelation we got in the end of book or in the middle of book 4 about the actual
Yeah.
setting, I was like, this is I want to know how they evolve on this. I did a re-listen to System Genetics. I got about halfway through before the episode. Ashes Fall. It's Deacon Frost's new book. Really good. I really enjoyed that one. Way of the Immortals, the box set came out from Harmon Cooper. I'd read the first 3, but it has book 4 in it, so I got it just so I could listen to book 4. And I just went through the entire series again. And then what I've been reading on Royal Road, shout out to Whispers in the Void by Galactic Hamster.
Yeah.
That one's really fun. And then also One Flew Over the Dragon's Nest by Boslow, which I can't wait for the audiobook for that one to come out because I believe it's being narrated by Rebecca Woods.
Nice.
So that one's going to be a really good one. I'm excited to see where that one goes. But yeah, that's really about it for me. Oh, and I'm beta reading Jack Field's 3rd book in the Walking Shadow series, his Scarlet War.
Love that.
Love it. It's good. It's really good. I love Jack's book so much. That series just it scratches the brain so good for me.
Dude, you can read it in his voice. Like it's like that's just the way he talks.
And that's the thing. It's like I love the audiobook because it's Tess Irondale and Neil Helligers, and Scarlet Blade book 2 or Scarlet Blade, which is book 2 in the series, comes out tomorrow, I believe.
Nice.
But it just the way Jack talks.
Such a wordsmith.
He's a wordsmith. He's elegant, and he translates it so well to paper. Like the book, I didn't think would be the best in the lit RPG, but more the traditional fantasy. Like it would be more their itch, and I want more people to read it because it's that good.
For sure.
I love that series. So yeah, that's what I've been reading, and that's really about it. So,
All right.
yeah, we finished up the episode. Look at that, we did it, Sean. You
Right on
survived.
time.
We
You made
didn't
it.
murder you.
Yeah.
Joel actually showed up on time this time.
Every time.
Every time. I have to be a dick somehow. We haven't been taking each other recently, Joel. I gotta light that fire. We can do it in the car ride on the way down to Jordan Con. We're just gonna do a live stream of us yelling at each other.
It's just gonna be a live stream of me kicking your ass.
Probably. I mean, hey, I'll take it. Just don't make me call you daddy. So we got Jordan Con next week. Joel and I will be there. Expect some live streams while we're there. We do have an episode planned for next week, a week from today, actually. On Monday, the 21st, I will be sitting down with author Alex Knight to discuss Servant of Rage. So I'm excited for that episode. We got a few episodes coming up in May. I need to get a hold of Tim because we're going to do a recorded episode with him for Dragonstone Academy. That's going to be a fun one. And then we got Steve Campbell, we got Mallory. We got some episodes lined up.
Nice.
It's gonna be good. We got Daniel Wisniewski, but we don't have to talk about that. We've already hyped that man up enough. We've stroked that ego today. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm gonna miss you guys at Jordan Con.
Hey, it's okay. You'll be there in spirit. We'll just we'll get like a cardboard cutout of your face and we'll just like attach it to like one of our shoulders and have you just walk around with us.
You guys can just wear little mullet wigs.
Joel, we might have to stop at like a Party City or something. We might have to just for Sean.
Yeah. Well, tell everyone I say hey.
We will. We'll give everyone a hug for you, except Geneva. We'll say Sean specifically told us not to give you a hug.
Oh man, trying to start a feud.
We'll get Kristen
again for being on the episode.
Yeah,
thank you, audience, for coming and stopping by. We also appreciate you. And on that note, have a good day.
Take care, everyone. Thanks, Sean.
Bye.